Wait a minute, you want to see professional wrestling? Well, don't touch that dial because Ohio Valley Championship Wrestling is next, and it's wrestling the way it used to be and the way you like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Ohio Valley Championship Wrestling, the most exciting 30 minutes in professional wrestling, is on the air. I'm Dean Hill. I'm strapped here, joined here this week with Kenneth Bolin.
Makes your day when I'm here.
Makes my day. Yes, we've got a fantastic show. Listen who's going to be here today. Not only is Rip Rogers going to be here and Steve Marino and Jason Lee, but we've got the icon himself, Dutch Mantel, is going to be here today. Big deal. You
Dutch
think
Mantel.
you won't say that? And another personal friend of yours, somebody that had something to say to you last time they were here, the most dangerous man in professional wrestling. I'm talking about the dangerous one, Doug Gilbert. He's here.
No friend of mine.
No friend of yours, I bet not. Also, a little situation that y'all saw. We've had a referee situation straightened out here in the Ohio Valley.
Right.
Robert Briscoe, the man had been causing all these problems out here for all these weeks.
Problems. He's been doing his job, and they're penalizing the man for it.
Well, thank goodness they penalized him. They've removed him from being the senior referee. He's now the junior referee. Senior referee is Joe Wheeler. Joe is a great referee. He's been in business for a lot of years.
Joe Wheeler hardly knows how to count to three, more or less be able to officiate a match.
This is a situation, though, we were hoping to hold off to the very last second. We had the OVW heavyweight title scheduled to be our opening match for today. Our heavyweight champion, Nick Dinsmore, unfortunately has been called away on a family emergency.
Yeah,
our best wishes. You better watch yourself. I understand it's a
title
serious situation. Our thoughts are with you, Nick. I hope everything works out. But, unfortunately, David C. is in the ring right now. His opponent, he was going to get a title shot. I'm not sure what the situation is going to be. We know what the bylaws say. If Nick isn't here to defend the belt, that David C. at least wins the match.
Well,
that may very well be the situation.
The way I see it, David C. should win the match if the man's not here to defend his title. I certainly agree with it.
Well, let's go to the ring right now. Faye Davis, take it away.
This is an OVW heavyweight title match. It's one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, the challenger from Tulsa, Oklahoma, the international Playboy, David C. And his opponent, the Ohio Valley heavyweight champion, Nick Dinsmore, has not arrived at the arena yet.
Nick is not present here right now. This is a situation where I believe Joe Wheeler, the bylaws call for Joe Wheeler to have me ring the bell, which he's doing right now. He's going to provide a 10 count. Unless Nick runs out here at the very last second, comes to the ring, David C. is going to win this match.
This may be the first time I've ever seen Joe Wheeler do what he's supposed to do. Can he count to 10? That's my question.
Well, he's better than two-thirds of the way there now. 8, 9. I'll have to ring the bell. 10.
There it is.
There's the bell.
Your winner, David C.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're sorry to start the evening off with this kind of a situation, but Nick Dinsmore called away on a family emergency. It's much more important to be with your family in a situation like that. We all understand that. David C. is going to win the match. Hold it. What in the world's Briscoe doing out here?
Well, hopefully he's going to bring some good news.
Let's go to the ring right now because Briscoe's got up into the ring. Let's see what he's got to say.
Let's see what he's got to say here.
Joe Wheeler, now I don't know what you think you're doing out here, awarding David C. the match. You know the bylaws just as well as I do, and they state very clearly that if the champion is not present for his title defense, then he must forfeit the title to the challenger. David C., I'd like to present you with the Ohio Valley heavyweight title.
Oh, my goodness. Robert Briscoe, I'm not sure. We're going to have to
I don't care if he had an emergency. It's in the bylaws. We do things right here in Ohio Valley.
Good point.
Well, it is in the bylaws for this kind of a situation, but Nick Dinsmore called away on a family emergency. I understand it's a very serious situation. I mean,
serious or not, I mean, his man's got to be here to defend his title. He's not here, and David C., the Playboy, that good-looking young man, is Ohio Valley's new world heavyweight champion.
I cannot believe that they have given him the title.
They didn't give it to him. He earned it. He showed up.
Where's he wrestled in the last millennium to be out here to even get a title shot?
Well, I don't have the list of names in front of me, but obviously he's wrestled somebody. The man got the number one title shot, didn't he? He bothered to show up here. They did the right thing, or at least Briscoe did. He came in there, made sure he got the belt. You know the bylaws as well as I do.
Well,
That's your new world champion. We have had 3 world champions here in the last 7 days. Anything can happen
Ladies
here.
and gentlemen, you saw the situation. Nick, our thoughts are with you. But David C's right now the new OVW heavyweight champion. We're going to be back right after this.
Well, before you go, I want.
Hey, Briscoe, who's the guy out here with the Yoko Bolin sign?
Number one.
I got Briscoe on my mind from what he just did out here in the ring. I can't believe he
Briscoe
stripped the title.
Briscoe is in my mind, he's the senior official here. He did what had to be done. What comments do you have about that,
Yoko
Dean Hill?
Bolin, you ever married to John Lennon?
No.
Listen, we got a Wednesday night is our TV taping. Come here, be part of our family. We've got a great crowd this evening.
There
we have
is
a great
not
crowd
a great
every
crowd
Wednesday
here.
night. There's no obscene language here. There's no extreme violence. This is the most you got to put up with in the OVWs. It's Kenneth Briscoe Bolin over here, okay?
I like Briscoe. That's a compliment.
Yeah, listen, every Wednesday night is our TV show. $5 at the door, $4 is your advance tickets. Also, tomorrow night, Sunday night, every Sunday night, 7 o'clock is bell time on both of them. We have a great show here as well. Also, we're very pleased. You know the reason that Briscoe was demoted from senior referee and Joe Wheeler's now the senior referee because all the complaints that we had on Briscoe.
Now there's complaints on Bolin.
Oh, there's
I wish
complaints
you'd get
on
straight
you.
about
Well,
who
you're
talking
both
about.
idiots.
We are not idiots. We do things the right way, the way they ought to be done, and Briscoe took charge there. I'm very...
Well, OVW has demoted Briscoe. What are you doing at the desk?
Use my
This
mic,
is supposed to be for the senior referee comes to the desk, not the junior referee.
Shut up, let the man speak.
Calm down.
Oh, let him talk. You see what he's done to our ratings?
Because I want to let the people at home know
Right down in that microphone there.
that just because Danny Davis demoted me, that is not a permanent thing. I have my attorneys working on the case, and before it's said and done, I will be senior referee in Ohio Valley Wrestling again. I also am demanding from Danny Davis.
You're demanding? You're going to make a demand?
Shut up when I'm talking, Dean
Quit
Hill.
interrupting him.
I'm demanding that Danny Davis publicly apologize to me,
That should happen.
and I especially demand that Faye Davis apologize to me publicly. And that's
made
all
that
I have to
face at
say
you.
right
After
now.
what you
I
did to
got
Faye
nothing else
Davis
to
in the
say.
ring last week, you want her to apologize to you?
He didn't do anything to her. She made
What?
an
You
ugly...
saw him shove her and pushed her.
She made an ugly face at him. She laughed at him. I understand she may not be able to help the ugly face thing, but she also laughed at the man and humiliated him out here in front of all these people.
This is nuts. This is nuts. I tell you,
not
Briscoe,
nuts.
Bolin, Briscoe, you two guys might as well be joined at the hip. No wonder I'm getting you two mixed up.
I wouldn't mind that.
Well,
He's a good guy.
Yeah, let's go to the ring. Faye Davis, take it away.
This tag match is 1 fall with the 10-minute time limit. Introducing first from Evansville, Indiana, the self-proclaimed most handsome man in wrestling, Jason Lee, and his tag team partner from Seymour, Indiana, the Hustler, Rip Rogers, and their opponents from New Albany, Indiana, Chris Alexander, and his tag team partner from Miami, Florida, the Italian Stallion, Steve Marino.
Steve Marino and Chris Alexander joining up here, going against Rip Rogers, Jason Lee, and he's got one of the Seymour punks. I don't know his name. If that's Sweet Pain or Ebadoo. No, I don't think that is.
When it's time for you to know his name, we'll let you know what it is. But
Oh,
he's
it's
a
just
fine-looking young man, though, isn't
A
he?
need-to-know situation, and I don't
once
need to
again,
know.
You don't need to know much unless we tell you.
Robert Briscoe, your junior referee.
Senior, he's the senior.
No.
Just paperwork's all that is.
Arm drag takedown from Marino. Hip toss on Jason Lee.
Big handful of hair. He'd have right in front of you, and you ignored it. I'm getting sick of that up here. Start calling
Jason
what
Lee
you
doesn't
see.
have a big head full of hair for him to get a big
Well,
handful of.
He
Briscoe
found
Bolin.
it. He found it. And you're only complimenting me when you throw the name Briscoe in there on Bolin, and I'm sure he'd feel the same way about me.
I'm still impressed by this Yoko Bolin sign out here.
You'll never see that sign in here again.
Chris Alexander into the squared circle against Jason Lee. Works on that left arm, left shoulder.
Jason Lee has really impressed me. I mean, once again, you had Dave the Rave out here team up with everybody, and now you've got Jason Lee teaming up with Rip Rogers. I'm sure he's going to do great here again tonight.
The Italian Stallion back in. Rip Rogers not even in the ring yet. Jason
Don't need
Lee
him yet.
backs Marino into
There
the
you
corner.
go.
Here comes the
happy?
Hustler.
Are you happy now?
Not
He's
to
in the
see
ring?
Rip Rogers. Oh, look. Yeah, that makes me happy. Comes in and he pokes him in the eye. That's good stuff,
I
isn't it?
didn't see that. I was leaning over talking to you.
Oh, you're probably leaning for another yoo-hoo for all I know. Oh, man, with closed fist. You saw that, didn't you?
Thanks to you, I've been cut back on my supply here, too. Big mouth.
Jason Lee working up Steve Marino. Scoop slam.
This could be it.
Plants him.
There it is.
Jason goes up forward like this. Well, no, he's reversing it.
No, what's he doing here?
Thought it was going to be a moonsault. Not. Simple leg drop. Nobody's home. Here comes Chris Alexander. Young man just showing his...
punk.
What?
Long-haired punk, this Chris Alexander.
Oh, there's a long-haired punk scoop slamming the Hustler. And a drop kick. Do you all teach how to take this drop kick at Camp Bolin?
Well, we have. We've done it before.
Chris Alexander is cleaning house out here right now. The crowd loves it. At Davis Arena. Oh. No.
Put him away.
He showed it a little bit too early. And the power bomb.
That's going to be it right there.
Rip Rogers has...
Here comes
He's
that
distracted us out here at ringside. Big moonsault. Jason Lee plants Chris Alexander. Marino's chasing Rip Rogers around the ring.
Your winners, Jason Lee and Rip Rogers.
Jason Lee, Rip Rogers win this thing. Jason Lee did get the 3 count on Chris Alexander.
Was that great enough for you? He didn't even need the help of Rip Rogers. Rip was outside the ring taking care of business.
Rip was out here running from Steve Marino.
He wasn't running.
Oh,
he
come
took care
on.
of business. He pinned a man right in the middle of the ring. Nice, even count out of Briscoe, just like the corporates want. I hope to God you're all happy.
I don't know who this guy is from the Seymour Punks. It's number 70, but I'm surprised he didn't
Big
interfere.
man.
Tell you, we've got great action out here so far. It's been fantastic. We've got Dutch Mantel still coming up. We got Dougie's here, the most dangerous man in professional wrestling. Doug Gilbert here is here.
They could kick both of them out of the building. It wouldn't bother me.
Okay, well, listen, we're going to be back right after this. Yes, Kenneth Bolin, you've been asking about it. You can rent Davis Arena.
Yep.
Give us a call here, 280-7039. Have your party, have your function here. Also, be here every Wednesday night, even if Bolin's here. Be here for our television taping. It's a great time. $5 at the door, $4 in advance. No obscene language. It's a great, great show for the children, especially bring your children. Also, tomorrow night, Sunday night, we have a great show at 7 o'clock. Don't forget, if you're looking to be the next phenom in professional wrestling, be trained by somebody with a wrestling resume, a true professional. I'm talking about Nightmare Danny Davis. 52 lessons for only $300. Usually that's worth thousands of dollars.
My hourly salary, they can come down here and be trained for a year.
That's right. Give us a call, 280-7039. We got great action in the ring. Faye Davis, take it away.
This match is 1 fall with TV time remaining. Introducing first from Seymour, Indiana, Scott Sandlin, and his opponent from Lexington, Tennessee, the dangerous one, Doug Gilbert.
Dougie in the house. You can tell when it happens because the fans love the dangerous one. Out here spouting that. That's real. Hey, you don't see that's real gold out there, Dougie says. That's right, the IWA Heavyweight Championship. NWA Heavyweight Championship. Joe Wheeler out here calling for the bell, going in against Scott Sandlin. And, of course, the Hustler Rip Rogers out here to interfere.
He's not going to interfere. He's going to cancel. But one thing I want to say about that belt that Doug Gilbert brings out here, you noticed he had to go to a foreign country to get it. He couldn't take one off Rip Rogers while he was there.
The NWA belt? A foreign country, the National Wrestling Alliance?
No, I think that's an IWA Japanese belt. That's not the NWA belt, is it? The one he held up to you? That's the IWA Japan belt, you idiot.
You're not even sure, are you?
I'm pretty darn sure.
Who's it around the waist of? Dan Furnace?
No, it's around Doug Gilbert. I know my D's, unlike you.
Man, Sandlin right now working on Doug Gilbert. Doug reverses and gets him down. Sandlin under the tutelage of Rip Rogers.
Doing a fine job.
Oh, and Doug Gilbert doesn't like it either. Look at that.
Well, Doug Gilbert don't like a lot. He better remember that this young man right here went in the ring and gave Dan Severn all he wanted just a few weeks ago. He better not take him lightly.
Right now, Scott Sandlin has the ability of the privilege of having Rip Rogers out here to help him at ringside. Right now, he's got the upper hand.
Pair of eyes is all Rip Rogers has been.
2 count from senior referee.
And I wish you'd quit calling him senior referee. He's still a junior referee. Just a little paper change, a little handwriting on paper is the only reason he's senior.
Sandlin follows him in, sets Doug in for the ride into the turnbuckle. Chasing him in, and a big super kick from the dangerous one.
Had to kick the man in the mouth to try and get an edge in the match.
Plants that Tennessee cowboy boot right across his chin.
And boots ought to be outlawed.
Oh, man.
Man.
Whoa.
Well, if he gets up from that, it'll be a miracle.
Yeah, go, Dougie, go! He's waiting for, look at this, Bolin. He comes up, makes a little gesture at us, scoop slams.
Oh, wow! The Shinoka driver.
Wow, man, turn out the lights, buddy. This boy is DOA.
Your winner, Doug Gilbert.
Man, what a match. The dangerous one, Doug Gilbert, a fan favorite here in the OVW.
He's not a favorite of mine.
Well, we know why, too.
No, you don't.
Oh, it's been a great match. Watch it. Rip Rogers, you may not be able to see it. Rip Rogers is trying to sneak up behind Doug. That's not going to happen. You're not going to get over on a professional
Doug
like
Gilbert
the dangerous one, Doug Gilbert.
He come in here tonight like he'd been in my Yoo-Hoo supply. He was fired up tonight.
He is fired up. And listen, hear the crowd? That's Doug Gilbert leading the chant. All right, it's been great. Listen, if you're interested in sponsoring Ohio Valley Championship Wrestling, or if you're interested in having us be part of your fundraiser, like we do occasionally when we go to St. Teresa's Catholic Church, we help them in the fundraiser for their restoration. They asked for Kenny Bolin to please be left out of the building.
They'd never say
If you're interested in that, ladies and gentlemen, or sponsoring Ohio Valley Championship Wrestling, give us a call, 280-7039.
You better get that number right. You mess it up all the time, you know.
We're going to be back right after this. Why do they keep yelling Porky, Porky?
I don't know. 5 or 6 pounds overweight, I get a good meal or two, and they call me names.
Be here every Wednesday night, ladies and gentlemen, for our television taping. $5 at the door, $4 in advance. It's a great show. Bring your children. No obscene language, no extreme violence.
Me Porky.
The kind of professional wrestling that you grew up with. Also, if you're interested in renting Davis Arena, give us a call, 280-7039. Sunday night, every Sunday night here at 7 o'clock, we have a great show as well. Be part of it. We're at 1121 Mechanic Street. You better quit giving people the wrong address because I've caught you doing that. Also, if you're interested in being the next phenom in professional wrestling, be trained by a professional. Be trained by Nightmare Danny Davis. Give us a call here at the OV Training Center. You can have 52 lessons with Danny Davis for as little as, are you ready for this?
How much? Go ahead and tell
$300. And normally it's thousands of dollars to get this.
Price.
We got a great 6-man tag coming your way. Faye Davis, take it away.
This is a 6-man tag match. It's one fall with TV time remaining. Introducing first, the team of Assassin number 2, the Master of Terror, and Juan Hurtado. And their opponents, the team of Jebediah Blackhawk, Cousin Otter, and the Icon, Dutch Mantel.
The Icon, the #1 citizen of Oil Trough, Texas, Dutch Mantel, out here with a shoe, baby.
If he's the #1 citizen, he must be the only citizen.
We're underway. Junior referee Robert Briscoe calling for the bell, and we are going on out here. Jebediah against Juan Hurtado. Jebediah, Cousin Otter, and the Icon, Dutch Mantel. What a privilege for these two young men from Hawk Holler to be teamed up with the Icon in professional wrestling.
They're very well meant to be with each other. You want to talk about 3 smelly individuals, Dutch Mantel and the 2 from Hog Collar. They belong with each other, in my opinion.
Juan going against Cousin Otter, and Juan's losing that one real quick. The Master of Terror and Assassin number 2 in his corner. Here comes the Icon, and that's bad news for Juan Hurtado.
Well, he'll break every rule in the book. Look there. He had to already resort to kind of getting in the man's eyes there a little bit just to break that illegal armbar.
Illegal?
Chokehold right there. Talk about it.
It's a choke slam. You don't say nothing about it when you see the big guys in the other. What in the world are you crying about this for?
He had him by the throat. That's illegal, for crying out loud. Here he is in there with a closed fist. I can tell Dutch has been working with him.
Oh, what a hook holler clothesline from Cousin Otter.
Let me explain something to you real quick. I don't like Dutch Mantel. Jimmy Cornette despises him because he had the chance to be the first man managed by Jimmy Cornette. He turned him down. Look where Cornette is now, and look where that bum is today.
Well, you have to understand, Cornette was at the beginning of his career.
Well, he should have had some foresight and have been able to see what was going to happen. Look at the Midnight Express. They're legends in professional wrestling, and Dutch Mantel is still known as a dirty, stinking jerk.
I bet you won't say that to Dutch's face, I'll tell you that.
You bring him up here, I'll tell him.
Cousin, oh man, Cousin Otter scooping up the Master of Terror, plants him in the ring.
I have it on good authority that Dutch Mantel's scared of me.
What?
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's probably the situation if there's one Yoo-hoo left in the refrigerator and you're both going for it. Other than that, I don't see that being a problem.
You better lay off the Yoo-hoos. I'm mad about what's happened about that all. Man, I'm hot.
And you don't even have a Yoo-hoo to cool you off. Dutch Mantel planting a big foot in the Master of Terror.
Master of Terror had a big win here a week ago. Mantel better be careful.
Sets him up for the right into the turnbuckle and plants him there. Sticks the boot in and clubs him across the back.
Fist.
That was a forearm across the back.
If he were
you
senior,
see what you want to see, don't you?
If he were senior official right now, he would have disqualified Dutch and took care of this whole thing.
What?
Well, he's stepping in there. He's pumping it up a little.
Scoop slam and plants the Master of Terror. Buddy, he doesn't know which way's up right now. Here comes
Jebediah.
Jebediah.
Stinky 2. I can't tell them apart except by odor.
What, are you saying one of them's older than the other one?
No.
Jebediah right now grabs hold of the Master of Terror.
Of course, Dutch stinks worse than the other two combined.
You better hope he doesn't see some of this tape. I'm telling you that right now. It's aired here in the local area. Everyone's going to see it. They're going to tell Dutch what you said.
He's old, can't see, and can't hear. Even closed captioning don't help Dutch Mantel.
Well, if he was half blind, I don't think he'd have any problems finding you in a room. Right now, Juan scoop slams and plants Jebediah. He's going off. Comes with a little momentum. Nobody at home. Jebediah out of the way at the last second.
I'm going to have to get Rip out of Camp Bolin. Take a little bit more time with Hurtado on that maneuver.
Rip? You called Juan Rip?
No, I said I'm going to have Rip spend some more time with him, idiot.
Okay there, Briscoe. Bolin.
You're the one messes up, not me. I'm perfect.
Yeah, right. So you're Mr. Perfect, are you?
No, that's Kurt Hennig. That's not me.
Well, at least it's not, what'd you call him, Dan Furness?
Dan Furness. You called him Furness.
Oh, the Icon in, puts the boot into Juan.
Why do they call him the Icon? Has he ever beat anybody?
As far as I know, he's beat virtually everybody at one time or another. Juan, look at this, 1,002, 1,000 Mississippi, 1,000 Mississippi, Oregon, Kentucky, Tennessee. Oh, come on, Briscoe.
He's checking to make sure the shoulder was down. That's good officiating.
This man, I tell you, he's walking a line he don't want to walk on with Dutch Mantel.
Dutch Mantel knows what's good for him. He'll just take what Briscoe gives him.
1,001.
Okay.
Oh, my shoulder hurts. 1,002. Oh, man. Briscoe, your old Mantel slap you in the next week, I'm telling you.
He better focus on the wrestler and not the referee. Now, that's illegal if he does what I think he's going to do.
It's a power bomb. Power bombs are legal. Oh!
That's not a power bomb.
No, that wasn't. 1, 2. I think you can count 47 on this one, Briscoe.
Well, there's a crack in that shoulder. I saw it from here.
Dutch Mantel is going to clean his cock.
Your winners, Assassin number 2, the Master of Terror, and Juan Hurtado.
Man, Dutch Mantel wants a piece of Robert Briscoe, and Briscoe, that's not good. No, get him. Oh, Dutch is going to get a hold of him. Otter's holding him back for all he's worth.
He might end his wrestling career here tonight if he comes through those ropes.
Dutch Mantel was ready to rip Briscoe's head off. I'll tell you that. You don't want to mess with the Icon. Well, Briscoe's given the match to Hurtado.
He didn't give it, they earned it.
Listen, this has been a fantastic show. It's been great. Here's the news, though. We also Doug Gilbert out here. Doug, we're glad you're back in the OVW. It's great to have you here.
I'm not.
We see what happened with Robert Briscoe, but the big news of the day is because of a family emergency. It's a serious situation, and Nick Dinsmore, our thoughts are with you. Our best wishes are with you.
David C.,
but
your
because
world
of what
heavyweight
happened,
champion.
That's right. Briscoe comes out here and points out that because of the bylaws and the policies of OVW, that Nick Dinsmore not only lost the match, but he lost the belt because of this ding-dong right here. I don't care.
Shut up.
Mister,
I just wanted to come out here and let you know the reason I disqualified Dutch Mantel, he put his hands on me.
He did.
He does not do that.
What about
That is
this?
against the rules. He's disqualified, and that's the way it's always going to be around
What's
here.
this 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi counting you're doing up there, Briscoe? And you say you like this stuff. You probably teach us at Camp Bolin.
Well, if I could, I would, but he saw the crack in the shoulder. I saw it from here, and I know those glasses aren't so bad. You didn't see it.
Crack I saw is a crack in his head. Listen, from our family to yours, thanks for being with us. It's been a great show. Be with us here every Wednesday night from here in the heart of the Ohio Valley. I'm Dean Hill for Kenneth Bolin.
King of Managers.
See you at ringside.